What's up, everyone? Today we're doing the podcast of the Chaos Single Draft League, and with me we are with Eric Munoz, like one of the host, not host, sorry, but the admin in the Chaos League, and with Derek, another co-admin in the Chaos League. So what's up, gentlemen?
Hey, hey,
What up?
hey.
What up?
So we're gonna
I'm
start.
say, did you call me an admin? Eric, did I get a presentation? Did I get a promotion and not get it on my check?
Okay, sorry, moderation, moderator. I will correct that, moderator.
I
But
just say, geez, God.
well,
But continue.
you kinda an admin of the double chaos draft. So I will say it like that then. Admin of the double chaos draft.
Fair enough.
All right. So for this draft, the single one, we have like 20 teams and both like basically 10. We have two divisions, and the first division is Épée Division, basically a sword in French. Because if you don't know, I'm French Canadian, so of course I wanted to be original. So the first division is Épée Division, and the second one is Bouclier Division, which means shield. So this video will be about the Épée Division, and the first team, like the first, we'll go in order of draft, and the first one is Jacob team, the coach of Meloetta, Milton Keynes Meloetta, sorry. And as you can see, he got an interesting team here. So, gentlemen, your opinion about this team?
Okay, my first impression. First of all, Jacob's a hoe. Having Calibre Shadow. He knew what he was doing.
Spamming the astral barrage, that's for sure.
Why? Exactly what he was doing.
And what's funny is like not funny, but I mean in a draft, normal type doesn't get draft a lot. Like you will see them sometimes, but like maybe 90% of the time nobody draft normal type because Blissey got nerfed a lot. And yeah, basically that's the only one normal type you can really use as a good one, but with no teleport, Blissey got really nerfed on the Generation 9. And what about
my first impression is that Calyrex stands out of his whole roster.
Yep.
And like I can kind of see him do a play where he's gonna set up, like rocks with Fortress. He's gonna weaken your mons as much as he can with all these bulky mons like Wo-Chien and Iron Hands. And
And then
then
he's gonna go to town.
when the opportunity arises that everyone is to an extent wore down, Calyrex Shadow's just gonna go to town.
Yeah, spamming. Even not even need to be spec or scarf, just like focus sash or even like life orb or like another item like wise glass and stuff like that. Astral barrage, got Granny Kiss now, Side Shock, and you can even nasty plot. So yeah, with Grimnay,
Well,
yeah, bye.
well, I see even more potential in that because you got to think about it. The biggest thing that Kyle is going to have to worry about is definitely like a sucker punch, like tech on it, because that psychic ghost, 4 times weakness is going to really hurt it. But
Yep.
at the same time, it's like once you get the other ones off the field, like King Gambit, you don't have to worry about that because you got Iron Hands and Zapdos covering for you. So
Yeah.
once he clear out those threats, then he's just like gonna sweep from there.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that he covered his weakness because he got 3 anti-darks.
yep.
He got Iron Hands, Zapdos, G, and Sylveon too.
Even Fortress to a certain extent with body press and Wo-Chien can tank some physical with because of Tablets of Runes, if I remember correctly, reduce the attack so you can like go for Leech Seed, Ruination, knockoff, and like just be annoying against like the physical threat that can like dark in general for the Calyrex. Even like he got a huge special defense, the Wo-Chien, so he can manage Ghost type. Yeah, like his team is
But
pretty
even
nice.
the Oink alone, doesn't it get body press?
Yeah, it's a body press very reliant
So-
on. It's like body press double edged.
I can see him because he chose it as a Terra Captain fighting. I can
Mm.
see him bulking up and going ham with body pressing.
Did you just say ham on my orca loin?
you already know I love puns, but
Yeah, he got body press, but he doesn't have anything to raise the what do you call his defense though.
See, I'm not familiar with the move pool, but I knew it got body press. So Terra fighting.
What it does is it uses the ability. I think it's what cuts you, and like has its berry double the effect of whatever it uses.
No, it doesn't have Cupchu.
It doesn't have Cupchu.
No, it got Gluttony.
This is male.
Yeah, this is male. Maybe the female. No, even the female one doesn't have it. The male one is Gluttony, Linger, Aroma, and Tick Fat.
Interesting. Well, I think the secret sleeper agent of his team is definitely that Mesprit. Like, first of all, I don't know how Mesprit got so down low in the tiers that it could be a tier captain number 1.
It's bulky.
Yeah, but Mesprit, the problem with Mesprit in general, like Azelf, you know, is offensive. Yuxi is like a real good defensive, but Mesprit is like, is not too much offensive, not too much defensive. It's just like in the middle, but he doesn't have like.
But Mesprit is real easy to set up with. Like, if you get a couple calm minds off, do some tech with it, and you got like a weakness policy or something like that, you could just go store power like set.
True, and with the new move, you got like what's the name? I think is Mystical Power or something like that. Yeah, Mystical Power. He can every time he hit, because it's 90% accuracy. Every time he hit, he can get a +1 in special attack. Same for he got Nasty Plus, Calm Mind, Draining Kiss. But if you look at the stat, it's like 105 everywhere except in speed. So it is okay, but not like okay. Like I don't know, like it's just not really a game changer in my opinion, of course.
It basically is Mesprit's little sister.
Well, it's a mix of Yuxi and Azelf, basically. It's just like good enough, but like
it just reminds me of the bad Sylvally spread.
Kinda, yeah, exactly. 95 everywhere, and that's it. Like it's not like Sylvally is good, but at the same time, it's not like game changer. Like he got a good move pool and stuff like that, but well. But overall, his team, like you said, like even if Calyrex Shadow Rider with is scared of dark types, like got so many stuff to counter the dark type, and like even the Dash Bun. We didn't talk about Dash Bun, but Dash Bun is really good. He got body press with his ability too, so he's like immune to fire type and get the boost with body press, which is really good.
So, Jesus, how many body press bombs does one team?
He went hard on the Calyrex weaknesses counters.
Yep, because he just basically brings Calyrex Shadow Rider and need to counter everything that will be annoying for him.
And not only that, but look at this. He got Berserker, Fortress, and Wochen, who are mono weak to fire, but he has Dutch Bond ready to switch into a fire move.
Yep. Yeah, overall his team is really good. Like I won't lie about it.
What weaknesses do you see in the team?
Yo, Fairy maybe? Fairy will be annoying. Iron Hands.
Honestly, I think there's a blatant weakness that I just cannot ignore. I think it's the fact that this team is so body press reliant that everybody has a high base defense, but where does the special defense stats come in?
Sylveon and Wochen. Sylveon, if I remember correctly, is 130 or something, 110 or 130 in special defense, and the Wochen is, let me check, it's better to check than say dumb stuff. Wochen got 135 in special defense and 100 in defense and 85 in HP. And I remember I saw a video about Wochen special offensive, so that thing is like because of the typing is not that good, but the stat wise,
right, I was just about to say it just takes one good bug type, one good bug buzz, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, not a lot of bug types get draft too, so yeah, that's the joy of draft. Like sometimes a mon can be bad, but because of the people drafting normally, they don't think about the bug type. Like best bug type that we'll think about it may be low kicks, Slitherwing, Scissor, and that pretty much Volcarona. That's pretty much it. Like those are the three, four top.
Even if someone would, I actually did this in another draft. Is I drafted the Haxorus, but I Terrabug, and the first impression. Now we just pivot them out.
Oh yeah, that's murder, man. Terrabug is well. I don't want to like talk about it, but Terrabug is a good Terra one you have like for defensive purposes. It's just because of the stealth rock. But...
Everybody don't even know that.
All right, so what the rate you will give to this team?
I'm gonna give it a solid A+. I think the team has good synergy. Cause it's centered around like Calyrex Shadow, and the rest of the team is there to support and make up for its weaknesses. Only thing I'm concerned about is the lack of special defense, coming through for the team, and like a lot of weakness to fire. Cause you get dash spawn off the table or dash spawn out of your brawl, the team is really fire, weak.
But like Salazzle can have a field play with this team because Wochen is weak to Wochen, Sylveon, Fortress, Dashbun, Berserker are all weak to hit. And like if you try like to bring the Steel type, well, Flamethrower is there. If you try to bring like the Sylveon because you gotta use Precision Defense, Sludge Bomb and stuff like that, well, that's just something I just realized. Even Electrode is but it got a high speed, so maybe, well, whatever. And what about you, Eric?
Yeah, it's a solid A. Because he does have bulk, but he also has that super hyper offensive Calyrex to clean up.
Yeah. Same for me. I will give A+. So like because of Calyrex, that's really a big concern. Like Calyrex is just a
problem.
problem.
A plus. I'm sorry.
No,
I
go
give
for
him a plus because I see no water types.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, it doesn't really, well, fire types, that's true. Like if a fire type come in the field, it might have some problems. Well, Zapdos can learn Stopping Tantrum. So, well, whatever. Yeah. So overall, we can say A+ then? Or A?
Yeah.
You said A, right, Derek?
I say A+.
A+? Well, 2 A+, 1 A, let's say it's A+ then. So, I'm just writing down the timeline. All right, second one, the best team ever. So, oh, sorry.
Okay, now,
I won't talk about this team.
This is the biggest whole team I've ever seen. This is the biggest whole team I've ever seen. Let me tell you how much of a whole
Hater.
This coach
Hater.
with the biggest defense and biggest special defense stats, and act like we didn't know it. Yes, we all know Avalugg has the highest defense stat in the game. Yes, we know Florida's has the highest special defense stat in the game. But then he's gonna top it off by adding a Lowland Muck to the team too. And then he got his 2 pivoters with Iron Bundle and Meowscarada. I just overall think and then he got Jolteon for
Cresselia.
And then he tops it off with Cresselia.
What's funny, Crystal, I took it like at the end, almost at the end. I was just like, I didn't know like which A tier I wanted, so I was just like, let's wait. And I wanted like the Avalugg because the Greenbay Gallade last time took it from me, so I was like, nah, I need that Avalugg.
And I literally told him, he was like, I was drafted, and then he was like, I was surprised you didn't snatch my Avalugg. So I was like, I grab Avalugg in every draft I'm in. I'm just going to try something different this time. But I'm gonna let him have his fun.
Never without Avalugg.
Right. Like with that Cresselia, it's like people probably didn't grab Cresselia at first because they were like, Cresselia is usually a more utility used mod in doubles and VGC. So, they never really thought about the usage that it could have in singles, but it's both. You can't ignore like the bulk it has in both defense and special defense. Plus, when it sets up like a Calm Mind stored power set, it's just gonna be too much to deal with if you let it
you don't check it fast. Yeah.
Right.
Like even the only thing I'm sad about my draft, to be honest, is the lack of Unburden. Like when I was trying to draft, I was about to get the Alucha for the Terra Captain. I was about instead of the Jolteon, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Instead of Jolteon. Yeah, instead of Jolteon, I wanted the Alucha. And Alucha and Burden, Terra Flying, Acrobatic, I will have sweep a lot of people, outspeed a lot of mons and stuff like that. Like I will have go so hard.
I assume his Swing Sneasel doesn't get the same kit that Sneasler has.
Nah, I check, but I think the issue in Sneasel because it is a good it is a grounded poison type. Plus, it still can hit hard. It's like 95 in attack and 115 in speed, which is for our first stage mon, which is it is really good. So I was like, yeah, why not?
That is decent stats.
So yeah.
And then, but I don't know why you be worried about speed. I mean, you have Meowscarada and Iron Bundle now. Albeit there are some mons that can outspeed Meowscarada with the home mons being released, but you know, Iron Bundle Iron Bundle was literally put into Ubers when it first released.
Yeah, like after 1 week.
Switch into it.
Literally. That's why I like Iron Bundle. Sorry, Eric, but just one thing real quick. That's why I always try to draft Iron Bundle because it got the perfect coverage. Freeze Dry with a water move, nobody can resist that. You have water absorb, no problem. Freeze Dry. You resist water, no problem. Freeze Dry. You resist ice, no problem. Hydro Pump. Even if Hydro Miss, that fucking move. Yeah.
Alright, the only thing that Iron Bundle needs to be scared of is Regieleki, because Regieleki is literally perfect kit for it, and it outspeeds it. And then the thing is, Iron Bundle can't hide behind Terra. So if he catch Regieleki on a bad day, yeah. But aside from that, I definitely think that it could definitely make moves in this season of draft.
We didn't hear you.
I like your core, definitely. I'm a little interested in your low tier picks. You already talked about Sneasel, but then you have Electric.
Yeah,
Thaki. Yeah, so.
Well, if you have the time to check the stats, both of them are decent, and plus Evalite. Trucky with Grassy Terrain Evalite basically just got a Bolton leftovers, and I can put the Evalite to be more bulky. And if I remember correctly, got almost the same type of move pool as Rillaboom. So I think he still got knockoff.
It does.
Knockoff, U-turn, Drain Punch, Leech Seed, Substitute, and stuff like that.
I ran Wacky in a draft recently, and I ran a Choice Scarf set on it because, you know, ideally I wanted to use this Grassy Terrain to activate my Birdiemon's abilities. So, you know, people last thing they expect is like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get outsped by a Thwacky. No, I'm just gonna, you know, drop a little funky old wood hammer on you with stab damage, and
it was still hard. Like I remember in the Sword and Shield, like a Crookie, the first evolution, did Warhammer on one of my mon. I was like, oh, I will survive. I survived, but like it took me like 75% or something like that. I was like, wait, what? Like, yeah,
yeah. I was also gonna say, it could be like a good knockoff, but at the same time, you pivot into Meowscarada with a Grassy Terrain Flower Trick. That's gonna hurt.
Yep.
But I like the idea that only thing is ideally I would pivot into a Meowscarada because Meowscarada still isn't like, you know, that bulky, but I definitely think it's like trying to clean up an attack.
Yeah, if terrain is up and you have the ability to bring Meowscarada in safe, or I don't know, Thwacky got smacked the turn before, then you can revenge kill with Flower Trick.
Yeah. So what you rate my team?
F for this team is real trolly.
So I'll give it an A, but the reason I'm not going A plus is because I personally, when I look at a roster, I don't like seeing more than one middle stage or lower.
You said
that is true. I'm gonna say A2, only because of what he said too about the middle stages, and also because I don't see, besides from Iron Bundle, Meowscarada, and maybe Rouge, I don't see that much offensive pressure. I see a lot of defense. But don't get me wrong, a defense can definitely win battles.
Yo, you don't
But
know Reggie Draco with Draco Energy Choice Scarf? That thing go brrr.
yeah, it definitely can go, but here's the thing: if Reggie Draco doesn't have his HP up to snuff, or if he gets his HP belittled, then it's kind of like, you got to rely on other cheat moves like Draco Meteor and things like that. And then what's to say you don't run up against, a fairy type?
Yeah, true. But we'll see in game.
Right. But of course, you have that covered with your own fairy type with the highest special defense stat in the game, right?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm all ready for that. All right, so the third one, Nicholas with the Basculegion of Doom. First look of his team, I see like a lot of offensive, but defensively, nowhere to be found.
I see a lot of cheese going down the list.
Yo,
I see a lot of cheese too, especially with Breloom.
Breloom, King Gambit, Annihilate.
I just want to take note of the fact that, King Gambit is like the biggest like counter to a Basculegion, and he just so happened to choose to draft it. So kudos to him.
Yo, for real.
Had to tip his hat off to that. But I see some defense. That Knackle stack, I don't think it's gonna bring as much pressure as an actual like
Garganacle.
A Garganacle would. I mean, a Garganacle, like they had the same kit, like it has actually salt cure and stuff like that. But even with the Eviolite set, it wasn't that much of a difference in the defense
because of the HP stat.
Right. Because that HP stat makes all the difference. I mean, against certain teams, his defense can definitely come in use. I definitely think that his Breloom can definitely make waves. I'm a firm believer of Breloom. I became champ in the Chaos League for the second time with a Breloom. But I definitely think his team does lack a little defense. I'm interested to see what that Glimmet can do, because Glimmet, I'm not sure, does it get Toxic Debris?
Yeah, it get Toxic Debris.
Yeah, if you look at its stats, it's actually not a bad special attacker.
Yeah.
And with Eviolite, it's pretty close to Glimora.
It's like 105 in special attack and 16 speed. Like, even the Glimora is like quite fast and it can hit hard and add good defense. It's just the typing that a bit trash in my opinion. One Earthquake and is like chow bye. But yeah.
But we can't ignore like the real MVP of his team, which is definitely that Annihilate. Annihilate it is a monster. It is a behemoth. Like literally the only way you could really stop a Annihilate after it sets up is to Destiny Bond it, because it already has decent speed and HP with a decent attack stat. Let's say if he invests heavily in this defense, and then he sets up, and he could just start sweeping with Rage Fist. Because if he just sits there and saps up attacks, it's over with. But that's a big if though.
But with Annihilate, you never need to boost his attack. Like me, I when I run Annihilate is basically max HP, max special defense. Most of the time is always like that in single. And after that is bulk up, Rage Fist, Drain Punch, and either I can use Rest or I use Taunt, because it's faster than most of the walls. So no Toxapex with Haze or Toxic.
Because the thing about with Taunt is, if you try to run it like in front of, like, let's say like a Glamora or another Stealth Rock user, like it stops it in its tracks.
Yeah, but it's faster.
Okay.
Glamora is faster.
It gives you an opportunity to set up a bulk up or two.
Yeah, but don't forget Glamora learn Mortal Spin too, so you can still get poison and stuff like that. So that's why sometimes I run Rest with Chesto Berry. But it's always depending like how my team is built. But since in OU is banned, so I don't use it as much as before. But like at the beginning of the like in January and stuff like that, I was always using it and I like it. But yeah, that thing is a must.
I will point out he has a lot of psychic weakness.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm talking in theory, could definitely be very detrimental to the team too. Even though King Gambit neutral resistance now, Breloom's still weak to it. If that Hoopa sets up the wrong Terra type, it's over with.
But the
And
Upa is
then
Upa only Upas and like Upa is resist. King Gambit is immune, and that's it. The rest is all like either neutral
Yeah,
or
'cause you
super effective.
got Toxtricity, weak to Psychic, Glimmet. You got
Slowbro.
Breloom, Annihilate,
well, no,
Slowbro.
resisted.
Like to be honest, his team, if he faced me, my Cresselia and Armor Rouge will have a field day against him. Like Cresselia Moonblast can take care of the King Gambit. Armor Rouge with what we call Armor Cannon. Or even if I want to be super tricky, I can use like Psychic Terrain and like bait the Sucker Punch, use Psychic Terrain, then go for Armor Cannon safe with like a Focus Sash and something like that. Focus Sash with Weak Armor. And like against me, I know like I will have to use the Cresselia and Armor Rouge. That's for sure. Even the Florges. Maybe not Florges. Well, we'll see. Whatever.
But you know what could be the realest big hat trick of this team is Quick Claw Slowbro.
Yeah, with Quick Draw, Quick Claw, yeah, that can...
With the Quick Draw, yeah.
It is 44% if I remember correctly to hit first, so... Belly Drum,
Yeah, I mean,
Belly Drum, Drain Punch...
44 is greater than 20.
Yeah, he's like almost half of the time. So Drain Punch, Belly Drum, set, will go hard.
I would almost call it the skill. But that's a story.
Ugh.
That's a debate for another day. We don't have enough time.
So, yeah. Rate of his team. Let's go for the rate of his team.
But what's your overall rating? What y'all thinking for this?
I'll give him a B plus.
Yeah, same for me.
I just can't ignore the mono weakness to Psychic.
And plus the lack of defense. Like, the lack of good switch-ins.
I'm gonna give it a B plus too. Like you said, his team is very gimmicky. But it has the potential to sweep. So
Yeah.
like I said, Breloom, King Gambit, Annihilate. If they're set up correctly, they could definitely sweep through half the teams on this list. But it's just like you said, it's imbalance. But it has good offensive pressure.
That's for sure.
So definitely a B plus for me.
All right, so overall B plus. Let's go for the other one, Elizor, the Bronx Bombirdier. Well, the first two is already a problem for me. Like I just saw the first two, I'm like, damn man, that team will be annoying to deal with.
Not Choice Scarf Go Dango, not your biggest fear.
So like we were saying, that thing will be like a forever thing for Chaos. Like it was Scarf, fuck, that was like, yeah.
I just want to shout out the guy that put Gold Dango on the map in Chaos.
Yeah.
He is too generous.
Yeah.
But we're gonna continue.
But I give it to you for PVL though.
This is a similar team what I would have probably picked up, to be honest. He definitely went for both of the cores, so you can see both Fire, Grass, Water, and you can see Fairy, Dragon.
Where's the water type? He doesn't have water type.
Did I see some?
He's single strike.
Oh no, that's single.
Oh, Bruxius, yeah, that's true.
It's just water.
That's right.
Definitely water.
He has two anti-priority, Serena and Bruxish, which can help with someone like King Gambit.
Yup.
Serena can hit him with the fighting move.
Yeah, I think he got eye jump kick, which is really
And
good.
then Bruxish being psychic can kind of dent his team. But anyways, not trying to compare two teams.
I think that the Terra types that he showed up for his Terra captain are definitely very interesting. Like I think like the three mons themselves were good on their own. You give them these Terra type options, and it could put them on the map. And then let's also take note to the fact that he swings Zoroark. Like I myself would run he swings Zoroark. I find it very hard to use he swings Zoroark. Like you said, it's very gimmicky. But
So
if he uses it in the right timing, it can definitely catch you a point off guard and like mess up their strategy.
me personally, if I have Zoroark on my team, I never lead it because everyone leads it and everyone expects it on lead.
Yeah, that's true. It's better when you
like,
get killed, you get a Pokemon KO, then you bring it, people will think, oh, okay, like, they won't, sometimes mid-game, people forget about Zoroark.
Yeah, make people forget you have it. Just make them forget.
Absolutely.
And then you're gonna bring it in, and they're gonna think that it's, I don't know,
Urshifu.
villain.
It will be better for Urshifu though, because of the fighting.
So. Yeah, make them think that you have Urshifu, and then it's Zoroark.
Alright, what I also like is that he got Goldango, but he also got Goldango's biggest fear, which is Urshifu Single Strike. For that Single Strike, it might have taken the back seat to Rapid Strike this generation, but it could definitely not be underestimated. Like the access to Sucker Punch is one thing, but that Wicked Blow damage, you put it with a Choice Band, it can wreck.
Yeah, I see something. I just think about something that maybe you didn't think about it, but Klefki with I think is eject pack, like the item, like when you get hit you switch. You can do Sunny Day with Klefki, get hit, then bring Scorvalian in for free, and get Abuse Chlorophyll with like Terra Fire, Flamethrower, or something, Overeat, whatever, and
or even Camera Up. Yep.
Yeah, but Camera Up is slow, so it would have to be in a Trick Room team. But
no, Klefki can set Trick Room, so I wouldn't do the button on that specific play, but you can set Trick Room with Klefki.
I didn't know that. Is new from Gen 9 or since Gen 8?
Gen 9.
Okay, that's fine.
It didn't get it last gen.
Okay.
So.
But still, you get the good defensively is not that okay. Like maybe Electros, Go-Goat are kinda good. Klefki can help with setuping screen. So basically the draft is hyper offense. Like Klefki set up the screen, then bring something, then go for it, then repeat.
It's semi balanced, semi hyper offense.
Yeah, like basically it's not super hyper offense and not super balanced, it's just like in the middle, like you said. But Go-Goat can be something good with Sap Sipper, so if a Terra Water is only weak to electric type, and overall electric type is not that quite common, so you can be immune to the spores, leech seed and stuff like that, even like after the Terra, and get a +1 in attack. Electros is really good with Coil, so max special defense, he reached like 284 if I remember correctly, which is not OP good, but is like good enough. Plus he can go for Coil and raise the attack and defense accuracy, so yeah, this thing is pretty good.
One thing I didn't think of is that Haxorus with First Impression is it can be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Like if he had chosen, well, you can't choose as a Terra captain, but if he puts it in the right place, or like clean up a win, or even just to open the battle, like it can deal like tremendous damage, and it definitely can't be underestimated. I think like in front of some threats, maybe like in front of a Cresselia, like a first impressions can go a long way.
True.
Especially with Choice Band.
That's true. That's very true. So
I wouldn't choice ban a Pokemon with First Impression, but that's personal.
But people do sometimes.
I wouldn't either, because I mean people tend to switch out. If you had defensive mons in the back, I definitely would recommend a Choice Band, First Impressions, Haxorus. But if you don't have it, like don't listen to me.
So Ellie, don't listen to Derek.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Eli. It's Eli.
Eli, sorry.
The only other thing that I do want to point out is he drafted Zapdos Kanto, which is awesome in singles format.
Yeah, it's good in defensive and offensive. Good pivot, Volt Switch, got good defense. With Static, if you touch him, like Static get you, like you can be pretty much fucked. Be like, damn.
That's some good skill right there.
So I think with Urshifu, Goldango, and Zapdos, those three alone
will be really
yeah, like he got a really good team offensive wise.
and kind of defensively because of the Zapdos. Pardon.
Yeah.
All right.
He has a lot of anti-ground, I noticed.
Yeah, with Electros, immune to ground, Zapdos, Gogoat can be good against it, Tesserina too.
Right.
So now let's read the team. So what y'all giving to him?
I'm kind of tossed up. I'm kind of tossed up with. Go ahead, Eric.
Mine's short and simple. A+, because this is something that I would have drafted. I'm biased. I'm gonna go with an A. I was teetering on A-, but then I was like, despite the lack of defense, he has like I can't ignore like what good Terra captains he has. Like those are some good Terra captains and good Terra choices as options. And then with the rest of the team to kind of round it out, definitely a solid A.
For me, I will have A- but because I'm not the kind of guy who would like to run like hyper offense team. I don't feel comfortable with hyper offense, but at the same time, I can recognize a good one. But for a draft, it's like lacking the defense part, a bit like the other team, like I think Basculegion, just the one we just did, is lack of defense. But with Eli team, he's got a better offense. And if something I forgot to say, but the other team doesn't have a lot of good speed, man. Like Anil, King, Gambit, Breloom, they're all slow. They're good offensively, but slow. But for for Eli, you got Urshifu with Scarfy will be good. Goldengo, same thing. Zapdos can be fast. Zora can be fast. Axorus can be fast. So you got a good offensive pressure. So that's why I was like, maybe, A- A for me for this team. So let's say A overall. So 37. All right. So next one is the Orlando Overqwills by KC.
By Casey. I mean, mine is
Fluttermane.
Like
Espatra. I just saw the two. It's like annoying already.
It's not even that. I mean, well, yeah, that now that you say that is a big glaring weakness, but I want to say that his team isn't that great. Like it's like if you look at the Mons individually, they look terrible individually. It's like he got the scraps after everybody, like he was at the butt end of the draft and he just got like everybody scraps. But I see a little synergy. Like
the rain,
Earthworm can help Cloyster set up. Fluttermane and Espatra are just good to clean up or set up. Articuno isn't that bad this generation. Yeah. It would have been great if it was his Terra captain, because then he would have had some more options from there.
Yeah, Terra Ground is a good one. Usually people run Terra Ground with Articuno.
And same with Wishcash. Wishcash, like it definitely could have benefited from a Terra captain status, but it's not bad, and Wishcash can definitely it's a good setup with Dragon Dance and things like that. I don't know. I'm really tossed up. Like I'm really like I feel like his team has C tier Mons on it, but their synergy is like S.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
But for me, it's just the part rain. He can play with the rain because, like, let's say for an example, he face someone with a fire type. Like, let's say he face Eli. He can work his way with the coast like Pelipper and bring Rotom Wash with Hydro Pumps, but at the same time, like, for sure his team is rely too much on Espatra and Fluttermane. As soon as those two are down, like the rest of the team doesn't offer pressure or even good defensive pressure, because Artworm is good defensively for physical defense. Dragalge is good special defense, but doesn't have but both of them doesn't have recovery moves.
Because there's a lot. Because when I look at his team, I think of a lot of what ifs. It's like, what if he special defensively gets walled? What if his Espatra doesn't get to set up his speed? What if Cloyster doesn't get a shell smash off? Like, it's a lot of what ifs that run through my mind when I think about his team. it's like they're gimmicky mons, but their gimmicks are like 50-50.
So like half his team is weak to electric. Not half literally, but
yeah, a lot
a
like
good third. Yeah, you got Pelipper, Cloyster,
Articuno.
Well, Rotom's neutral, but yeah.
Articuno, Corvus Squire.
Yeah, for like,
Oh,
and well, like he doesn't have good resist basically. Like outside of risk cash or immunity, outside of risk cash, like electric can go really good. The Cloyster,
Because you know what this team could benefit from. I honestly feel like if he ditched the 2 S tiers and got an SS tier instead, the team would be better.
well, again, if you pick a SS tier, like the rest of the team doesn't support the SS tier compared to Jacob. Jacob is got Calyrex Shadow, but the rest of the team support Calyrex Shadow. Even with him taking a SS tier, I don't see him with like a good support team. Like Kyogre got picked already, so if he had Kyogre, maybe, but at the same time,
yeah, I'm still not seeing like too much benefit from Pelipper on this team. Like, yeah, I get it. Everyone defaults to Rain to benefit Steel types, but when I see Pelipper, I'm expecting like someone to actually abuse it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
like,
Basculegion.
a Dreadnought or
Urshifu Rapid Strike.
Yep.
yes, someone that will actually abuse it. Like, I know Rotom Wash can use the rain, but
Hydro
not
Pump.
reliably.
Yeah,
Not
Hydro Pump.
reliably. Yeah.
Hydro Miss.
You're relying too much on RNG, or you know. And I don't see a Terra Water captain, so
He's all
missed opportunity maybe from Dragology. If he would have done like Poison, Ground, and Water.
yeah.
And you have someone that comes in, absorbs the toxic spikes, and then can Terra Water and abuse the rain that's up.
Now that you just talk about it, I don't see outside of Cove Squire. I sure Cove Squire won't see any game time. He doesn't have anything to remove the hazard. Like if someone put the rocks up,
It doesn't have like defog or anything
rapid
like
spin.
that.
Yeah. So if you put the rocks up, basically the rocks will stay for the whole
Rocks
game.
are staying up.
Yeah, and with Fluttermane or Espatra, then they need to be healthy to stay healthy. Even if Espatra no roost, like Fluttermane, if you get like chip and like lose the focus sash, it's done. Same thing for Closter. So yeah.
What are the odds of him bringing Dragology to every game?
Well, Dragology and Ortworm are the only two that's good defensively. So we kind of need them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was him, I would not have chosen Carbink as a Terra captain. Because it's like, aside from screens and some rocks, what else what would the Terra have benefited?
But isn't it 4 times weak to Steel?
Yeah.
It is 4 times weak to Steel, but that's just one weakness, like 4 times weakness. And when I see like Articuno and Wishcast that could have benefited from that, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it's probably like, okay, maybe he wasted his Terra captain status on Carbink.
Yeah, that's true. I won't lie
I
about it.
think Casey would have to find a way to replace Pelipper with a Snow Setter instead, and then Articuno can actually optimize its move pool.
With like a
He literally needs to find whoever has a Bomb of Snow in this draft and just make a trade with them. Just swap them out.
Just for me, he would benefit more from Snow than Rain in this.
yeah, because of Articuno with Bright Powder and the Slow Cloak.
Yep.
So guys, let's go for the rating. So let's go with Eric.
I'm gonna give K a C.
Damn.
I mean KC a C.
Damn. And you, Derek.
I'm gonna go C plus, Only because, like I said, like I see some lackluster decisions, like drafting wise, but at the same time, I see the potential for synergy.
But the potential and actual synergy are two different things. Like everything can have potential. That's my opinion. So for me, I will go for a C also because it's you have outside of Schlotterman and Dispatcher that can be a threat. As soon as both of them fall down, like the team overall doesn't put pressure. So like someone facing him, his main goal would be okay. I need to get rid of Flutterman and Dispatcher. That's like what I see.
Right. Fair enough.
All right, so overall C. Let's go for the next one. So Alexandria with the Chonkinator. Overall his team is quite okay. Like offensively,
It's quite
Just
it made me think of Eli, like with the screen, and Grimstall's screen sporting shot can bring like a Numerous or even Quacklevolt, and Quacklevolt Aqua Step and can sweep. I remember like in season 1, we did the starter tournament, and Quacklevolt was one of my starter, and I won with like I think round 1 or 2, I sweep with a Quacklevolt. It was like just Aqua Step, close combat, Ice Spinner, and Swords Den. So as soon as I was able to do one Aqua Step and get +1 in attack and speed, because I killed them on, from there I was just like spamming move and just keep winning.
I just think it's kind of interesting what the Enamorous can do. Like, this is the Enamorous, like, incarnate form.
Yeah, like the body, not the tortoise, the turtle.
Oh wait, this is the actual body one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Then I definitely see like Grimmsnarl definitely setting up like her team to sweep, like setting up that for Lynx is one thing. I think for Lynx can definitely beneficial from having a Terra captain status.
Yep.
I think it could definitely, because once she does that no retreat move, it's locked in. So she'll have to stick it out, tough it out with Lynx and whatever it can bring to the table. The Dozo's very interesting as like a tank, as an unaware body press liquidation tank. I'm interested to see what she'll do with Azov.
Azov, good lead, set up the rocks, can taunt, can go explosion. That's a good suicide lead overall, but can be a good offensive, like Choice Band with Trick, Choice Peck, Choice Scarf. I just realized something, the lack of special defense wall. That's my only problem with this team. She doesn't have any like good special defense wall. So anyone with like Fluttermane or Espatra can go hard on this team. That's for sure. Like
I don't think so. I think that Don Dozo definitely serves as a good defensive wall, and then a combination of Grimmsnarl's parting shot plus Tauros' intimidate can definitely go a long way.
No, special defense, not physical defense. I'm talking about
special.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Dondozo max special defense is like 251. It's not quite good, right, because
it's not an Avalog, right?
Yeah, it's not an Avalog, but like even if like, because sometimes I run like a mixed wall, it's like I put like enough to have 30 in the defense and 251 in special defense, then in HP will be like 471. It is okay, but sometimes I feel the lack of physical bulk because I put max special defense. It's not that reliable like as a special wall. It's just a bit like Eli. You need to set up the screen fast and be able to bring something and sweep. But the difference, he got parting shot with Grimmsnarl.
I know that Alex likes setup in singles. So I'm just thinking, looking at the team, like she'll have some type of setup lead, like Aself or Grimmsnarl, for someone to come from the back and set up and try to sweep.
But even Azov can sweep. Azov got nasty plot, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, I can see like Grim setup, bringing Tauros, Will-O-Wisps, chip down what they can, and then Quacklevolt or Enamorous or Dondozo sets up, try to sweep from there.
Stantler, don't forget the Stantler I have Intimidate too, can be good.
I wonder,
Oh,
is she gonna like go for Trick Room at one point?
uh,
Cause she got the Enamorous.
but it is the
I can
speedy
kinda see it.
it is an eye.
But but that Nemris is the superpower set.
Yeah.
Probably, so
Yeah.
it'll
So-
more than likely be like, you know, fast choice, maybe possible choice scarf, superpower, and then just go to town and set up.
But I just realized something. People, I remember I tried to use it, but it is hard to use it. But Vespiquen is a good one. She got a good defense stats. The only problem is the typing. But if you can Terra, usually I Terra either Poison with Vespiquen or Terra Water or even Terra Fairy. And you got Roost, you got defensive moves to boost, if I remember correctly, Defend Order. I think you got Toxic, so you can Toxic people if you Terra Poison, 100% accuracy. What else? She
Does it
gets...
get defog?
I think. I know in the past gen she got defog, but let me check. Vespiquen. She can she can put the spikes and toxic spike U-turn. She doesn't have Vespiquen doesn't have D4 this time, but she got Destiny Bond under.
Really?
Yeah.
Destiny Bond?
Yeah, she got quite like not OP move pool, but enough move pool to be like interesting.
Let's take note to the fact that Vespiquen has gotten a big overhaul since Generation 4.
She what?
She has gotten a big overhaul since Generation 4.
What do you mean overall? Like,
because back in Generation 4, like, Vespiquen's whole thing was like attack order, defense order, heal order, and a fourth move just to take up space.
yeah, that's true. You got a lot of new thing, but like, what the new thing she got? Yeah, the spikes. Access to the spikes, toxic spikes. And but scary face can be something. Roost. Well. Yeah. Well, never mind.
Right, but overall, what would y'all rate the team?
For me, I will be with A minus. I will go with A minus for me.
For me, I would say a solid B plus. Like you said, like it has some good tech, but the overall glaring weakness to special defense is too much to overlook.
And electric, because Dondozo's electric, Enamorous flying type electric, Quavo electric, you got Cider electric,
Murkrow
electric.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
And outside of
B
outside of
B
Scyther,
plus.
he doesn't have anything else. She doesn't have anything else to counter Scyther with Terra Ground. She doesn't have anything else for the ground, the electric resist or immunity. So B plus. Okay, no wait. So let's say B plus overall. Let's go for the next one. You can start for the next one. I'm just writing. So yeah, let's skip this one. This one is so trash. So let's go for the other one.
All right. First of all, you got one of my favorites, Belly Vault. So
Yeah.
You already got my attention.
But Belly Ball is a
Two,
tank.
number 2, you got Rapid Strike, my second favorite.
And after that, that's it.
Was there number 3, or you just got my hopes up?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Shampoo, but then I saw Persian. So you got the two kitties that I love using to.
but it's the Kento one.
Persian, I'm a bigger fan of Alola, but Kanto can work. Like, you have to know how to use it. It's fast. It's fast.
And I think the Kento one got Nasty Blood too. Let me check. It does have Nasty Blood and Technician. Let me check the move pool because Chilling Water.
My initial thought with a Persian was, like you said, that speed stat was nothing to cough at, And then the technician ability was something I definitely couldn't ignore either, because it definitely has some decent moves that fall below 60 base power that I could take advantage of.
Like chilling water,
So if you fake
icy
out,
wind.
you turn. Fake out, you turn.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
something.
little pivot, like you keep pipping away, and then when it's safe
It's a
to
Northern
do
Hill out the
so,
appointment.
you can sweep with Gallade or Shampao or Shizu.
And it got switcheroo too, so it can be good to like switch a choice scarf to something or choice band, whatever. Whatever the item can be really good. Chenpao with Rapid Strike, both of them offer good pressure. It's almost like a perfect coverage, both of them together, because water fighting with ice, I don't think any Pokemon can resist that. Let me check.
Only ice types can resist ice types.
Yeah, but I mean,
You
like,
have 2 Tauros?
yeah, you got the Kento one and the Aqua one.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew y'all would get sick of my bull.
Nah.
Chicago
Eric,
Bulls. There you go.
You see, Eric, I'm not the only one that can put out puns based on rosters.
There you go.
So just a quick thing. The only month that can resist in Sword and Shield, not Sword and Shield, the Scarlet and Violet that can resist water, fighting, and ice, or Slowbro, Azumarill, Quillfish, Johto, Toxapex, Basculegions, and Bruxish, and Veluza. They're the only one from the in Scarlet and Violet that can resist that. But they're not. I think Slowbro didn't get picked. Azumarill also, I'm not sure. But at the same time, you got Belly Bolt for the water type. Even Delphos can be good, like with Psyshock or Psychic.
So I will say, sorry.
Oh, go for it.
Something just popped out. You don't have a poison type?
Yeah, that's true.
Grounded poison type?
In the draft, I learned that grounded poison type is really, really, really important, especially in Sword and Shield. No one's got aromatherapy or Hail Bell. Like all the Vaporeon, not Vaporeon, but the Evolution, they lose a Heal Bell. So now, if you get status, you have to live with it. Except if you got Rest or Natural Cure. That's the only way you can like remove them. Or
but I got something that nobody else has.
the Gudra.
No, Gudra is like takes the back seat to this one for mine. I have Revival Blessing, damn it, and y'all gonna respect it.
Oh yeah, Palma. Yep.
For me, for real.
Even the Bronx, even the New York Bronx Belly. What's his name?
Bombardier.
What's his team name? The Bombardier people. Yeah. They know the effects of getting jumped by my Palmont and its Revival Blessing.
One thing.
Fast and strong hitter too.
Exactly, with Iron Fist.
Exactly.
Choice Band go hard, can go Volt Switch. Sadly, you can use it as a Karab Captain, but usually I like to use like Terra Electric Double Shock. So that thing just go hard. Choice Band, Terra Electric Double Shock. Nothing can resist that. Like except if you get.
The only Terra Captain you need is Belly Bolt.
Yeah, to be honest, like I'm sure like 90% of the time, it will use Belly Bolt as a Karab Captain.
Someone tries to.
Don't underestimate my bulls in my Terra bull crap. Yeah.
But that's why I said 90% of the time. I didn't say all the time. 90%. That's not all the time. You still have a slim chance to use something else. But yeah, the other one is Masquerain. I love Masquerain. I was about to draft it, but when you pick it, voila, because its team is
webs.
Yeah, for the webs and Intimidate. So like his team is kind of fast, but what's good with webs, you can actually use maybe less speed and put more bulk and offensive. So you can just like, how can I say that? Like for example, in another draft, sometimes I didn't have the webs, but since most of my opponents was slower, I was just putting enough EVs to outspeed, and the rest was in bulk. It gave me a lot of like situation where I was supposed to die, but I survived and like kill it. And after that, he couldn't do anything because it was the only one that can do something against me. So that's something you can think about it, like to put the reps like quick. And some people doesn't have any rapid spin or defogger. So if you can put the reps, the webs will stay, and like after that you can put more bulk. Like for example, rapid strike can have more bulk. The Delphos can have more bulk. Even the Palmat got decent bulk if I remember correctly. Gallade got huge bulk in speed F. And yeah, so you can go to town really easily with that. So now let's go for the rating. I would say A. Only reason is outside of like, you got a lot of intimidate, but the special defense way outside of Gudra, it doesn't have a lot of special defense wall. Even the Gudra is like one of the best. I feel like if Gudra is down quick, special defensively, it will be a problem. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an A2. Mainly, yeah, for the special defense, but I see a lot of fightings.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm gonna go.
You don't vote for your own team.
You know, just because you said something, I'm gonna go with triple S. But that's because I'm biased.
All right. So next one. All right. The next one, the Salvador. Well, his name is Salvador, the Shaumberg Sableye. And yeah, this team, I kind of like it, but
all right.
But I feel like a lot of people, not just him, like it's just because we stopped to him, but a lot of people forget about the defense. Like you got the Gyarados can be a good defense, special defense with Intimidate to be like a neutral type of defense. Rotom can be good for defense, but the fire typing is not really good defensively for Rotom. Scalewitch is really good defensively, but special defensively maybe the Frostmoth and maybe Gotorita, but overall I don't know. Maybe Rapska.
I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up because he's my revival blessing brother with his Rapska.
But Rapska should have been a Terra Captain.
So I gotta give him.
Rapska should have been a Terra Captain. I definitely can agree with that.
Even Frostmoth.
Frostmoth definitely should have been a Terra Captain. I don't feel like the DNA should have been a Terra Captain. I feel like the DNA would have been good with or without a Terra Captain because it covers for a lot of its own weaknesses.
Even like just a nozzle, like if I'm correctly, you got nozzle, just to be there to use nozzle, and that's it. Like for me,
that's it. That's all you need it for.
Like you have Focus Sash, nozzle, and that's it. You good? Even Super Fang. You got
I think he had good intentions. So like Salazzle is a grounded poison. You have your floater, Rotom Heat, and Gyarados that can switch into a ground attack headed for Baxcalibur and Skeledirge and Salazzle.
For that Salazzle, I would have gave it Terra Dark instead of Terra Poison. Only because you just want to stop that psychic weakness.
Yeah.
And it's like Terra Poison is only what you use to, like, you know, defensively. You want to stop damage from fighting types. If you're already poison type, there's no need for it.
That's true.
Yeah, you're not gonna resist it any more than you already do.
Right.
Third poison is only good when you're not a poison, like you said, not a poison type, and you're weak to like either like fighting or what's the other move, bug and stuff like that. Like that's the only reason you use poison type. Or even if you don't have poison type yourself, you use poison. Like for example, I love to use Florges with Terra Poison because it resists the poison type and will be neutral to Steel, and I can bring it back after and just like remove Toxic Spike with stuff like that. Like that's something I like to use like in a regular basis team. But yeah.
Yeah, outside of Salazzle being a grounded poison type, I don't see a Rapid Spin or Defog user.
Same.
Unless someone gets it and...
No, Mousehole.
Oh, Tidy Up. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Tidy
And it is fast, so you can remove even the sub. So sorry, if someone tried to set up with like sub Dragon Dance and stuff like that, it won't be like safe. And
I guess I forgot about that part. I knew it was a setup move.
yeah,
I
but
missed it.
it's so nice. It's basically like a defog, but plus because I think it remove hazards, remove sub and screen. It doesn't remove the terrain though. That's the only thing it doesn't remove. But still, the only problem with Muscle is like frail. But if you put it with heavy duty boots and you faster than your opponent, you can easily remove the hazards. You can even have friend guard if you want to be like I have a little more bulk. But yeah, his team overall can go hard. The only thing is just the Frostmoth. Frostmoth Terror Water will have been so good. Like max defense.
When he does his first trade, he definitely needs to put a Terror type on his Frostmoth.
Yeah, Dedenne removed the two D tier like Dedenne and Gortorita. I will have removed them and just put Rapscar and Frostmoth as a Terra captain. Like
absolutely.
Because that's true that Rapscar got good defense overall. Let me check.
Yeah, Rapscar is a bulk. It's bulky.
Yeah, I remember.
When season 1 of VGC was out, like I because nobody could get Rapscar off the field.
I remember I played against it and like I was like, what? It resists like a dual wing beat from Salamence, Life Orb, like nothing on the field. Like you didn't have reflect, you didn't have like it barely resists, but still stab from a Life Orb, the Salamence. I'm like, yo, that thing is but I just checked, it's like 75 HP, 85 defense, and 100 special defense, and 115 special attack, which is a good one. I won't lie about it.
But even then, on a close match, a Revival Blessing can make the difference when you hit a timer.
Yeah, true. Like but his team is not bulky enough to go to time. Like I don't see anything that can like sit down and like try to go hard and stuff like that. Like maybe Skeledridge, but
yeah, you never know.
Yeah, it will depend.
You gotta think about it though. You put a Leopardberry on Rapscar just like you would a Palmont. That's 2 Revival Blessings right there.
Does it learn recycle? Let me check.
No,
it doesn't.
I don't think Recycle's in this generation, is it?
Let me check.
I have not seen it.
I don't think it's in this generation.
Recycle.
It might come back when Snorlax is released, if it's coming back.
Well, it looks like Appleton, Bronzong, Electrode, Apple in line, Bronzong line, and Electroline Klefki. That's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I do notice he doesn't have a grass type.
So Spore can go hard, Leech Seed. But at the same time with Baxcalibur and Skeledridge, Rotom Eat, grass type won't be like he won't be scared that much of the grass type. Even Salazzle.
No, I'm saying like if he goes up against like someone brings 3 water types. Strong water types.
Yeah. That's true. Well, Scarf Rotom can be useful. It can outspeed most of the water types. Gyarados can with Intimidate and good special defense.
It depends because if they face like Iron Bundle, you can still outspeed a Scarf Rotom and Hydro Pumple.
True. Well, if I don't miss, of course. Hydro Miss, yeah.
I mean, they can miss too, but yeah.
All right, so
what's your overall rating of the team itself?
To be honest,
I'm gonna give him an A-.
Same for me. Because he got good mons. He got good mons overall. It's just the Terra Captain part. I think if he switched Terra Captain to Rapscar and Frostmoth, I would have give him a A+, maybe A+.
I'm gonna be like in a low let me out and be too generous. I'm gonna say an A+. Because you can't overlook like a Baxcalibur. Like when this thing sets up, it's a monster in singles. It's already a monster in doubles. But if you can let it set up in singles, it can be monstrous. And then Rotom and Skeledurge and Gyarados, yeah, A+ for me.
Let's go overall A minus because 2 A minus, 1 A plus. Like let's let's go A or A plus, A minus overall. Hello.
Yep, no, that's fine with that.
All right, so the next one, the one who took the Kyogre, Armando from the Colorado Mankey. We're lucky that we don't use Terra only on the weaker, like the lower tier, because if it was on everyone, Terra, Water, Scarf, Water Spout, man,
I'm
yo.
surprised no one took Shellos.
Well, nobody took Gastrodon. If I think, let me check. Let me check in the other division. Gastrodon.
Well, here's my glaring problem.
Yo, nobody take the Gastrodon, by the way.
Oh wow.
You're gonna
Well,
have.
here's my glaring problem with Armando's team. I see like he got Kyogre. At the same time, it's the Moltres, the Cantonian Moltres, and the what was the other one? Oh, and Typhlosion. That was just like, you know, they don't go well together.
Yeah, because
it's almost like he meant to, it's almost like he meant to grab Groudon instead. And
Well,
he's just like
even Cleavor, because you're powering up opponent
potential.
But wait,
Right.
he got Hurricane. Can be a good, like, if you think about bringing like I don't. No, I mean the Moltres. It can be like a good synergy at the same time because of Hurricane. Oh, by the way, someone picked the Gastrodon. Enrique picked Gastrodon and just like. All right.
I mean, at the same time, it's like still in the range you're giving your opponent's ammo. So unless Kyogre's there to sweep up the battle, he can't lead with it.
If I were him, I would have bring the Groudon. Groudon Scarf, Groudon is the same thing as Kyogre in speed. It's just like physical, like instead of special.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 90. Kyogre and Groudon got the same speed stat, like, but the same attack. Like instead, I think, let's say, I would say a fake number, but I think Kyogre is 130 in special attack and Groudon is 130 in physical attack. And in special defense, I think Kyogre is 100. And Kyogre and Groudon in defense is 100. They just like switch the stats, but they have the same stats. It's just one is for special and the other one is for physical. So Scarf, Groudon can be good.
I think this team would benefit more from Groudon on the team than Kyogre.
Facts.
Because then you can do Sun Boosted Eruption, then you have Water Move reduction in damage for Cleavor, Moltres, Mudsdale.
Because another thing that's bothering me is that individually his mons, like they're top tier mons individually, but when you try to like use them cohesively, it's like they step on each other's toes.
Yeah, I feel you. Because you see, Tropius, if I remember correctly, Tropius got Chlorophyll. Let me check.
It got Chlorophyll, and it also has
Harvest.
What's that? Harvest.
And solar power.
Right. So he got all these sun-based abilities and mons that could benefit from sun.
But it doesn't have the sun.
Weather stutter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's just because all this team is step on each other toes. That's the only reason why my grade won't be that high. Because, like you said, it's good individually. But at the same team, the only thing that can make sense is Kyogre with Moltres, K with the Hurricane. That's the only thing that can be okay under the sun. Like, I can accept that.
Even then, you're powering up an Aquajet.
Yeah, that's true.
So here's my thing. If right now, I'm just prejudging this team. Right now, if I was to judge this team, I would say it's a C+. But here's the thing. You remove Kyogre from the team, it's a B, at least.
And you put Groudon, it become an A, easy at A.
Even if you remove Kyogre and don't put nothing in his place, it's better off without Kyogre in general.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyogre is holding the team back.
Yeah. Even if it by its own is like one of the best in this generation because of the Terra. Well, we can Terra, but just like naturally is just one of the best. The rain is not good with his team. If he had Basculegion or like what else, Dreadnought, like we said,
Barracuda,
yo,
Oh, very, yeah.
yeah, like Floodzol, like
If you replace Typhlosion or Moltres with a Rain Abuser, then yeah, it
But-
makes it so much better.
yeah, like you have so much stuff. And if I remember correctly, is all mons that never get picked. Let me check.
Overquill.
Fluzzle. Yo, Overquill is so insane in rain. Yo, just because it's not a water type and it can abuse the rain, that's nice. Because you don't have like the weakness of all having grass type or electric type and stuff like that. So like if I check in the draft, the tier left, Fluzzle is in B tier, haven't B pick. What else? Liminion, I think. Liminion.
Well, Overquill I like too because it cannot get parting shotted.
Too true. Well, it depends. If it is Prankster,
Prankster parting shot.
even Gudra, Kento Gudra have been good on the rain, like as with hydration and stuff like that, so you can get rest, and at the end of the turn you will the status will be removed. What else? Iron Leaves to a certain extent can be good, or even Zarude.
Let's not forget. Did someone? I don't know. Like, I just feel like when I see Pelipper or Kyogre, I want to pair them up. At least have one Swift Swimmer that can
Yeah, you need.
sweep. You
Or
know what
even
I mean?
a water type that can take advantage of the rain.
Like you cannot have rain. You can have a weather and have things that don't work under that weather.
Like I would rather have I would have a Pelipper without a rain, like without a Swift Swimmer, if I had like a Gallade with Aqua Cutter, or if I had a Garchomp with Liquidation. Like I want options
Yeah,
when I have a rain setter.
yeah,
So imagine I want to hit an eruption, but rain's still up.
yeah. You just screw yourself.
You might as well have 50 HP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's go with the rating. So for me, it will be like a C plus. I'm just trying to be generous because you got good mons, but the synergy it's just the synergy the problem. Because sometimes you can have weak mon, but because you got a good synergy, it's fine.
I'm going with C for Colorado.
And-
That makes me want to give it a C minus.
so let's go for a C overall then. So you will.
It's just because he said Colorado. I'm like, Colorado, yeah. C minus.
And the last one we pick for the Sword Division.
C minus.
All right. So next.
Yeah, definitely C. C. Maybe we're being too generous. Maybe a D.
Maybe yeah.
All right, so
C for Canada.
no, now all jokes aside, he's very dark weakness.
Yeah, but to his defense, because someone dropped, he just had to pick the whole what left. But he could have
So
picked Chiyu. He could have picked Chiyu for the bulk.
Don't pick like 70 ghosts, you know.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, if I check in the C tier what's left, that can be good. Chiyu's left,
And it,
Garchomp's left, the Boatlando risk left, Tinglu's left. So you could have bring even the other Enamorous, the Turtle Enamorous. So you could have picked like
and then he has East Wind and Avalon. So it's like if I sneeze on it, it's gonna faint.
well, if you go for Mach Punch.
So
If I
there's
go for vacuum wave, goddamn it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna vacuum him away.
Or literally.
But
you got three very frail ghost types.
oh, wait.
Cerulege getting sucker punch.
Wait.
Activation's getting sucker punch. Slowbro is getting sucker punch. Giraffe is getting sucker punch. Hunter's getting sucker punch.
But
And
wait,
I'm sneezing on Avalon.
Cerulege, by the way, can be really bulky. I have a set with Cerulege. It's max PDF, max HP, bulk up, bitter blade, close combat with shadow sneak, and at full, like basically a shadow ball from Fluttermane, like timid and max at special attack, will survive, I think, at 10%, so you can go for a Bitter Blade. So if you have a Focus Sash or something, you do Bitter Blade, you recover a lot of HP, and go for Shadow Sneak.
Theo, here's my one problem though, Theo. When that is the best S tier mon that you got on your roster, then it kind of like, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Like you got that one set. What about the rest of the team?
That's true. No, I just want to defend the Ceruledge. That's the only thing.
I get it.
Yeah,
But
I think
It's hard to find redeeming factors with this team. But like you said, lucky that you did pick this up at the last minute.
But if you check the S tier at the moment, like I said, you got like Giratina. Well, Giratina is weak to go. Great Tusk haven't get picked. Garchomp, Chiyu, Cinderace, Corviknight, Enamorous, Samurott.
Great Tusk not get picked.
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
let me double check, but Great Tusk haven't get picked.
he swings, Samurai? Didn't get picked.
Nope. Like a lot of good mons haven't get picked. Like for real, I think that's a misplay from his part from getting a lot of weak to dark and ghost, because Great Tusk and Tinglu could have been better than the Ceruledge and Spectrier. Like no, you can have removed the Ceruledge and bring Tinglu. That will have make a huge difference to his team. More
think-
bulk.
Overall, his whole team falls to King Gambit, Steel, and Dark. So you got Ceruledge weak against Dark, Spectrier against Dark, Glastrier against Steel, Basculegion Dark, Slowbro Dark, Abomasnow Steel, Girafarig Dark, Bombirdier. I mean,
Okay.
isn't it a rock type?
No, it's a dark flying,
No, it's
but
Dark Flying.
Well,
but with his ability
And I looked up his name. It's Bombirdier.
and the ability is
Alright.
boosting the rock types. Like he basically got 3 stab because of the ability.
that's why I was thinking rock. Alright, we'll skip one, but like in rock, weak against Steel. Then you got Hunter and Avalok, Dark and Steel weak.
So basically,
So,
only have 2 months that.
-2, he has a mono weakness
Yeah,
to Steel and Dark.
that's true. King Gambit will have a field day on this team. Well, he could have. I think he picked them in a rush, to be honest, just to like be able to be in it. But
Sure.
for me,
And
yeah,
you
but
got I'll give you the floor, but Abomasnow, you have a snow setter, but you don't have a snow abuser. Like yes, Avalok can take advantage of the defensive buff. But it's not gonna
Glastrier,
sweep.
Glastrier can sweep.
But here's the thing. Glastrier's a physical wall. So if you like
Yeah, defensive
throw out
why
Salazzle,
yes, but it's not
you
gonna
throw out
sweep.
Salazzle and it'll sneeze him, and it's gonna.
Yo, Glastrier, by the way, got 145 in attack, 130 in defense, and 110 in special defense, and 100 in HP. So if you can set up the screen, max PDF, max HP, then you can go hard. Like you can Swords Dance, and it's super heavy, so Heavy Slam can be really good. He learned Iron Defense. I think he got Body Press. Yeah, I got Body Press. Crunch, Close Comeback. You got a lot of. It's not that bad. It's just the lack of outside of rest, no recovery move, but he got good defense. Like defensively is a good one, and offensively also. It's just not fast enough because with 30 speed, like you don't go like far with that. But that should we still have a field day with him. But at the same time, I don't. If I thought, let me run some calc. Let me check. Glastrier under snow.
Yeah, Glastrier under snow can definitely be even bulkier than Avalok if you had it set up. I definitely think it can, like you said, be a powerhouse, especially if you get like a weakness policy set up on it. At the same time, I think that
Damn.
it's just a special defense. It's what really worries me.
But look, I put max HP on Glastrier against max attack King Gambit Adamant. Ironhead will do 58 to 68, and that's without the snow. So if I put the snow, Ironhead will go from so it goes from 58.68 to 39.46. And if I put the veil, where's the veil? Aura veil. Ironhead will do 19 to 23, and that's without advancement in defense, only max HP. So it can retaliate with body press or close combat pretty easily. So Glacier,
I don't discount it. Yeah, it's just, here's the thing: his team is real linear, and what I mean by linear is it's like it is. He throws that off his ghost types, they're physically weak. If he throws out his ice types, they're especially weak. So it's just like
he doesn't have a good synergy. He just doesn't have a good synergy because Fluttermane will go hard. Like I said, Silverage can resist like max PDF, but you can switch in. You can resist if you on the field, but you won't be able to switch in safely. Like his team doesn't have like good switch in general. So if you put Spectre, like what can you switch? Like you got a special ghost type.
There's no resist.
Yeah, so you don't have anything to maybe the Ferrogiraffe I think is normal psychic. You can resist the shadow, the ghost type move, but other than that, what can you do?
If you're spammed with Dark Pulse,
like, you screw.
You're gonna get hit neutral or super effective.
And like most of the time it will be super effective. The only one resisting the Dark Pulse will be Bombardier, and that's it. But I think that's why he put Terra Fairy, but Terra Fairy at the same time, like you said, Steel type. That's it.
Yeah, you got another Steel weakness.
So the rate of this team.
I'll give him a C-.
I thought you were giving something lower, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a C2 because just nothing stands out to me really.
I will give him a C. Just at the same time, I feel bad because it was last minute. But if I check what's left,
we're rating the team. So
right.
Yeah, true.
We're not rating the coach. We rated the coach. We'll give him something lower than a C. But that's a story for another day.
No, but I mean,
an S.
No, but I give it an S for that coach. That's for sure. But the only thing, like you said, because if I check the other things left, got a lot of good stuff that's left that wasn't get picked, like Muck from Kento Muck, Arboliva. I don't know if people use it, but Arboliva is a good one. Farigiraffe is good.
Eli didn't pick it up.
I wanted to pick it up, but
a ton of great picks left. I'm surprised.
The who?
I am as well.
Which one?
I said a lot.
There's a lot of good picks left.
Yeah, like for me it's the S tier. If I check the S tier, I'm like, yo, Greatus, Thunderous T, Ursaluna, Tinglu, Samurott Isuan. Like you didn't get picked. Like that's surprising. But oh well, people got plans and maybe listening to that they will say, oh yeah, I think I will change that and whatever, because it happens in the other draft. Like we talk about Jacob's team, like with Torkoal would be better. He switch it. And because Derek talked, he used the Torkoal against him and lose to it, so he was like, "Oh damn!"
It was literally an award between Torkoal and Pelipper, and they were just taking shots at each other.
So, guys, this is conclude the Épée Division. So for Brooklyn Division, it will be a separate video. So what's the end of the word? Like the last word of the video, guys. What you want to say?
I just want to say, everybody go ahead and subscribe to the Chaos Battle League page. You go on the stream on the page, do stream on the side page, because that's not where the fans that we do it for the fans.
For the fans.
That's right.
All right, guys. See you in the next one. Stay liquid.